Hello there. Welcome to a very special episode of Electric Sheep. This is our 250th episode of Electric Sheep and also our 420th subscriber special. This is wonderful. I don't want to waste too much time, but thank you all so much for being viewers, and thank you even more for your subscribers. This is dedicated to you, and a lot has happened between our 200th and our 250th episode, and I do like this story, but feel free to break my balls if this story isn't high enough quality, because I really did want the 250th episode to be something special. And I think this is fun, but if you don't think it's fun, you let me know, because I want some feedback. But I appreciate you regardless. Anyways, without any further delay, this story is titled Green.
Green, I have seen many shades of green as I travelled from one galaxy to another. Many things were green. Standard energy cores, polymer gems, the glowing algae that grows beneath the oceans of distant worlds, and even my blood, all came in different shades of green. But now I can truly say I have found the best green of all. It originally came from a planet called Earth, but it has become popular throughout the known universe. The humans called it many things. Marijuana, reefer, ganja, bud. Every species seems to have its own reaction to it. Droxans laugh uncontrollably when they ingest marijuana. They laugh until their stomachs hurt, until they forget what they were laughing about, and then they laugh even harder. Unfortunately, they also become incredibly confused. More than one Droxan has wandered into the wrong starship while insisting that it was his home. Anditorans cannot eat reefer at all. Their digestive systems reject it violently. They can only smoke very low concentrations, and even then they cough for days. But once the coughing stops, something remarkable happens. Their endurance increases tenfold. An Anditoran who has smoked Earth's green can run for hours without rest. Some Anditoran athletes have even claimed that marijuana allowed them to break endurance records previously thought impossible. My species reacts differently. We sleep. Whether the weed is eaten, smoked, or absorbed through our garbix, the result is always the same. Sleep. But it is wonderful sleep. Our dreams become vivid, enormous things. We see worlds that do not exist. We speak with people who have been dead for thousands of years. Our scholars have spent centuries trying to understand these dreams. They have discovered nothing. And honestly, I prefer it that way. Unfortunately, not every species reacts so pleasantly. The Bovup can react quite badly to ganja. Most lose their grip on reality. Some become convinced that they have become gods. Others believe they are being followed by invisible creatures. But occasionally something strange happens. A Bovup will smoke the green plant, enter a deep altered state, and return with knowledge that seems impossible. Mathematical equations no scholar can solve. Descriptions of distant planets they have never visited. Philosophical ideas that take generations to understand. Some Bovup have even claimed to see beyond reality itself. The scholars call these cases anomalies. I call them interesting. After all my travels, after seeing the green oceans of forgotten planets, the green forests of ancient worlds, the green energy storms surrounding dying stars, and the countless shades of green found throughout the universe, I have finally discovered my favorite. Not the green of an energy core, not the green of a gem, not even the green of my own blood. My favorite green came from Earth. It grows quietly from soil. It can be smoked, eaten, absorbed, shared, studied, celebrated, and feared. Different species experience it differently. Some laugh, some cough, some run, some sleep, some lose their minds, and some perhaps discover something hidden beyond the boundaries of ordinary thought. As for me, I simply sit beneath the stars, holding a small piece of Earth's greatest green between my fingers. I look out across another unfamiliar galaxy, and I smile. After traveling across the universe, I have learned something important. There are countless shades of green, but there is only one green that makes the whole universe feel a little more interesting.
Well, I did like this story quite a bit, but I gotta be honest, ChatGPT kind of tinkered with my wording to the point where it altered some of the meaning, like definitely altered the meaning of what I wrote, to the point where this is an interesting science fiction story, um, but it was just not what I wrote in a lot of ways. I did write the Garvix, like I did want there to be this unexplainable way of absorbing marijuana. So that's all me. ChatGPT didn't invent the Garvix, and I don't think I took that from anywhere from anything else. But that's kind of like a joke with alien species, is they have like an extra function that we don't know what it does, and I find that to be humorous. And maybe in the future we will learn what a Garvix is. Maybe it's more fun to leave it to be a mystery, because it's like it doesn't even let you know. Like, does it absorb bud or does it absorb smoke? Like, yeah, what's a Garvix? That's the You want to call that a joke, or is that just fun sci-fi stuff? Um, I will also comment it's very sci-fi that one of the green things that they compared it to was their blood. But the one that I didn't write that ChatGPT added was this glowing green algae that was on other worlds. And I do find it interesting that something we have on Earth, because we do have glowing green, I believe there is glowing algae on Earth. I don't know if it glows green. Um, but yeah, something that you would basically, like the fancy version of something you find on Earth, but something being found on other planets. And that's an interesting is that transpermia, when it's life being transplanted from one planet to another, kind of thing. I might be using the wrong word there. Um, yeah, I did like the story quite a bit, but the part that I was talking about where ChatGPT kind of tinkered a little bit with my wording was the one species that if they ate marijuana, they laughed. They I wrote it so there was two different reactions depending on whether they ate it or smoked it. But ChatGPT wrote it so that they just had one reaction where it started off with the laughing reaction, and then no, it wasn't whether they ate it, whether they smoked it. But it was supposed to be two totally different reactions based on how they ingested it. But ChatGPT wrote it so that once they ingested marijuana, um, first they laughed uncontrollably until their stomachs hurt, and then they um, coughed. Oh wait, I'm misremembering my own story. I'm sorry. There might be something that caused that. So I'll just say I like the story, but I didn't like how details were changed around to the point where I'm having trouble because I remember what I wrote, but I don't remember what ChatGPT rewrote, and that bugs me a little bit. I like it better when ChatGPT just kind of keeps with what I wrote, but I still think this is a fun 420 story, even if it is significantly altered from my story. As long as it's got the Garvix, I'm happy. Yeah, and ChatGPT didn't try to explain what it was. That happens sometimes too, where you try to leave out details, and ChatGPT is like, "Oh, well, this is room for me to jump in." But that's why they're collaborations. We're working together. I did cut out some stuff that I felt was a little bit redundant that ChatGPT had added. That was basically just like the same reactions from two different species, and it was like I don't need them doing it. Like I want them to all have different reactions. That's why we're talking about them. Yeah, yeah. I didn't talk about any universal reactions that all species have, which maybe there are none. And I also didn't mention anybody who might be poisoned. Well, there was the species that mostly went insane. So that's basically an example of a species that probably should stay away from it. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. I hope you had fun with this story, and I hope my rambling about the technical aspects didn't take the fun out of everything a little bit, especially since I couldn't even remember the fucking details. Um, but yeah, I'm Captain Canada, Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to remember that suicide is never the answer. Peace out. For now.